So it starts at the 6th, definitely. There's no chance for us to stop it. We are super happy that we have the Praga in the beta. We will bring minimum 1 or 2 LMDH cars. We definitely could try several modding things on RENNSPORT.
Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to the 2023 Summit. My name is Jasmine and I am joined by Morris, the founder and CEO of RENNSPORT nonetheless. So Morris, I got to start off by asking you, how does it feel being here at the LAN event, the major itself?
Yeah, it's amazing. So we had last year the Summit at the same place in a bit smaller venue on the other side. So that was a great thing for us, and since that many things happen. So we start with our social channels, we start with the beta waitlist, so we prepared ESL R1, so we started with ESL R1 in February. So we grow the team, a lot of things happen, and it's a huge thing to be here and having the summit, the second summit, and tomorrow having ESL R1 the first major final, so great.
Well, obviously on the topic of ESL R1, the major itself being as big as it is, you guys have managed to bring on board some of the best drivers in the world, some of the best teams in the world as well. Talk to me a little bit about what the process of bringing all of these people on board looked like on the side of RENNSPORT.
Yeah, as I said last year, so we are working with ESL together super close since the beginning of the overall RENNSPORT project. And setting up a league, and ESL R1 was one of our main goals from the beginning on. So we really had the vision to set up a new league where teams and drivers really could find a home where they could live from. So ESL R1 is now there, and the process was last year definitely to set up the overall league structure, the sporting, really onboarding all the esport teams. We really luckily have the biggest esport teams involved in this league, so ESL helped a lot to do that. On the other hand, we have all the automotive partners. So there's a dream came true, to be honest, and then here we are for the first major. Great, really.
So obviously you mentioned having the biggest, the best driver be a part of this entire thing. During Alpha, what kind of feedback have you guys received? How did development kind of work alongside with all of these drivers?
Yeah, to be honest, for us it was, first of all, a risky thing, I would say, having the best drivers on our Alpha version, because it could be in the wrong direction, to be honest. But on the other hand, we took the risk, and it was the best decision we could do, because we get so many feedback very early, and we really could implement this kind of feedback very early into the game, and that helps us a lot to improve the game and to bring the game to the level where we are today.
So in regards to competition in itself, how important is that specific aspect in the development of RENNSPORT? Is it solely focused on the esport competitive side of things, or is it bigger and wider than just that?
The goal definitely was building the best simulation game out there, which is able to handle the top sporting events for the sim racing stuff, and also building up an open sporting system which really allows normal drivers or new drivers jump into the system using RENNSPORT as a game, and really having a chance to grow up over the sport or in the sporting system, and having a chance to be a part of ESL R1 at the end or whatever. And that was the goal, and that's where we are at the moment. Yeah.
So casting back our minds just a little bit, back to Katowice was when we first saw the unveiling of RENNSPORT. You know, we had all of the drivers competing and things like that. How was the whole experience for yourself and for the entire team as well, to see it come to life in such a lively environment?
First of all, it was a lot of pressure. The team worked like hell, to be honest, and it was amazing to see what they have done on the developing side and preparing all the other things. And then Katowice happened, and I really have goosebumps. We all were there, and it was amazing to see that all worked well. The teams, the drivers, the sporting, all worked super good. And it was really worth to give all the power and the energy into the game and all the other things. So Katowice was really the starting point for ESL R1, and for us a huge success, and definitely the next step where we really realized, okay, the software and the platform and all the things we developed definitely have the level we would like to have, and have the level to do these kind of events. So it was amazing. I would say we had 3 big moments in the RENNSPORT history. It was when we really in 2019 created the idea, and when we really said, okay, we will start with that. Then we had the summit last year. That was amazing, really. Also a lot of pressure, and then it was a success, and then ESL R1 in February. Amazing to see what started there, and now the season ends here, so that's the next big thing.
It's got to be sad for you, though, right? It's kind of both happy and sad. It's been a wonderful journey for all of our drivers, for yourself and the entire team. But now it ends here. Obviously, that's not the end of the RENNSPORT story as a whole, but when we talk a little bit more about the transition you guys had from LAN event at Katowice, how incredible it was, you know, the hype, the adrenaline, and then moving into the online rounds. How was that transition for yourself and the team? What were the kind of hopes and expectations of the direction that online rounds would end up having?
It was the same way we always go, so it was super risky, to be honest. So we really tested our netcode and our dev things quite good, I would say. So the team was confident, but jumping into online sessions with ESL R1 and the best drivers in the world is really, it is a risky thing, and it has the same result for us as we had with all the other things. We get massive feedback, and it helped us a lot really to improve all the netcode stuff, all the online things, and so on. So on this side, really the game made a huge improvement, and really bring us to the point that we now really feel comfortable to give the game to the community, and start with the beta within the next days. And on the other hand, we really tried a lot with broadcasting stuff. Yeah. We were involved. Yeah. We also learned a lot there. Hopefully, you all could see that we improved online session by online session. There's a long way to go, but I think also on the broadcast side, we are on a really good way.
Yeah, broadcast time was a whale of a time. We had so much fun with it as well. But focusing a little bit more on the sporting side of RENNSPORT as a whole, obviously using the classifications of the GT3 cars, I know a lot of people are speculating, eager to hear more about that. Is there something in the works?
We said it many times, to be honest. It will not be a GT3 game at the end. So I explained it a lot over the last months. So we decided to go with GT3 really to enable us having all the automotive partners with us in the sporting. So that was the main idea behind this. But to be honest, behind scenes, since last year, we are working on a lot of content, cars, car groups, which will definitely have and bring into the game over the next months, and there will be more than GT3 cars, to be honest.
Oh, I'm excited. Well, with the beta access potentially rolling out in the near future, what does the rolling out of the different car classifications look like as well? Will people that have beta access also have access to the new classes that you're talking about?
Yeah, definitely. So we will test all the new content, all the new cars. So this is really how we work. So we will double check all the physics stuff and so on, as we do it with all the other cars. So we work very close with the automotive guys to optimize the cars. We are working super close with the drivers to have really a perfect feeling with each car which comes into the game. And then, to be honest, yeah, we are proud to bring it to all the beta users at the end. So there will be a lot of cars this year besides GT3, and
I think there's no better timing than to cue the brand new trailer here from RENNSPORT. Let's check it out. The hype, the adrenaline, closed beta is near, very, very near, I might say as well. But that was definitely a Praga R1, right?
This is definitely one of the cars we're working on since a long time, and we are super happy that we have the Praga in the beta. So this is the first car beside the GT3 things, and a lot of other cars will follow, definitely.
I know we spoke about this off camera. I'm a big nerd for development and all things specific to game dev. Now, talk to me about how long Praga R1 was in development for. How long has it been going on behind the scenes, the discussions?
It's always took much time, to be honest, to have these kind of cars in the game. So it started with getting in contact with the automobile partners, doing all the license things, making them familiar with the idea we have, and really having them on board. And then it goes to getting the CAD data, starting really creating the car, and then all the physics stuff, preparing the engine, and so on, sound things. It took a while, definitely, and that's the reason why sometimes it took a bit longer to bring new cars into the game, but the pipeline definitely is full at the moment. So behind scene, we work at many cars at the moment. So yeah, overall, really preparing the car, doing just the car. If you have the car data, it's I would say around about 2 to 3 months.
Well, you provided very kindly a date for the closed beta access. Can you tell us exactly what is included in closed beta access?
Yeah, definitely the beta we will now bring to the community is exact what you will see here in ESL R1 over the next days. So all what the top drivers have since months, and what they use for the sport will be in the beta. So we will have the same racetracks, we will have the same cars, and I think that's a great package to start with the beta.
Now, I know the common question across the board is definitely going to be, how many people are actually going to be given initial access to the closed beta?
Yeah, that's on the one side a huge honor for us, and we're super happy. So we really have 50,000 registrations, so a bit more. On the other hand, that's also a challenge. So we thought it will not be that many registrations, so really that we could start with the beta a bit earlier and having them all in maybe in a very short time. So now we try to do it step by step and ramp up with the beta and with all our technical stuff. And so it starts at the 6th, definitely. So now the date is out. There's no chance for us to stop it or do things. But we feel super confident with the version we have now, that we are now ready to give it to the community. And to be honest, that was the goal why we start the project. And now we are here, and we could give it to the community. And that's a thing which makes us super proud. And also, this is the next level, because now we will get the feedback from the community, and that's super important to improve the game and do the next steps.
Well, you mentioned the various steps for closed beta. What about open beta? How are we looking on that front? Will there be an open beta?
So before we think about the open beta, we have to go through 3 steps with the beta, or with the closed beta we starting now. So we will start the closed beta with a single player environment, so that you really could drive all the racetracks you see in ESL R1. You could drive all the cars, so really getting familiar with all the environments and so on. Then we jump into a second step where we with RENNSPORT will host online sessions and online activities, so there you could jump in and do your first online experience. And then the third step of closed beta is definitely that the community could do their and host their own sessions, and could do their own sporting and things. And if we feel comfortable, and if all the 50,000 and maybe more at this time are in RENNSPORT, and they all feel good, and we feel good with the technical environment and with the game, then we will jump into an open beta.
Now, focusing a lot more on the content side of things for the beta and RENNSPORT as a whole as well, What can we kind of expect from closed beta? What kind of content elements are going to be available for all of us?
Yeah, as I said, so there are a lot of things in the pipeline. Definitely, we will have this year, we will bring minimum 1 or 2 LMDH cars. So we will have TCR and many other things. So there are a lot of things in the pipeline, and I think it will be a lot of content in the game till end of the year, and yeah, enough to have fun.
Well, we've spoken in depth about the closed beta. You guys have been incredibly busy over at RENNSPORT as well. Is there anything else you might want to add?
Definitely. We always said that RENNSPORT it's not just only a game. So we always said we would like to establish a really a sport for all the sim racers and the teams, and that's what we did with ESL R1, and where we are on the way. And on the other hand, there's the overall part with content creation and modding. Yeah. And we shouldn't forget that. So we are working on that very hard, also behind the scenes. This is really a thing where we are also super focused on, and where we would like to do a lot of things over the next months, really to be ready and bring in the first tools for the community. And we also start implementing modding stuff which is available out there, bringing it into Unreal 5, showing how good it could look when we have it in the Unreal environment. So we are on the way there. And to be honest, I think there are some rigs around here where you definitely could try several modding things on RENNSPORT. Yeah.
So in regards to the modding and the content that the community are ultimately going to end up making, what are you expecting to see from them? What do you want to see from them from a modding content perspective?
To be honest, modding is a part which is with me the whole working life I have in the gaming industry, and that's a long time. It's more than 20 years. And I've seen a lot of great stuff in other games, and to be honest, our goal is really to make the best tools for the community, that they could do whatever they want. So all you could imagine, hopefully, will be in the game at the end. So new racetracks on different places with different physics, whatever you would like to create. Hopefully, we will have it in RENNSPORT over the next years.
Okay, so if we can make racetracks, what about liveries?
Yeah, definitely.
I know a lot of people have been giving me flack for my livery ratings, but will people be able to make their own liveries in game as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Have it look incredible?
Yeah.
In RENNSPORT and play it as well?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I absolutely love that. Well, honestly, for myself, it's been an absolute pleasure to be joined alongside you, Maurice. I hope you've had fun kind of diving into the specifics of RENNSPORT, the journey as a whole. But are there any final words you want to give to everybody that's basically supported this journey?
First of all, it is amazing to see what happened over the last 2 years. So we started with the project 3.5 years ago, just 2 crazy guys talking about it, and now we are sitting here. So millions of people know RENNSPORT and have seen RENNSPORT. We created a brand from zero with just the ideas to make something crazy new and good for this genre. And we are on our journey, and it's just amazing to see what happened. And we have ESL R1 tomorrow, so we do the next step with our game. We have 50,000 registrations for beta, and this is just another milestone. So we are on the way, and it's really, really great to see, and it's amazing what these small team really created there. That's a big thanks to this team, and also to the overall community which is with us and really completely open and says, okay, we give you a chance, show us your product, and we are on the way, and hopefully we will do this for the next 10, 15, 20 years, and we will have a lot of summits here in Munich. Yeah. My wish is that we all have a great weekend here. We will have the first winner for the major ESL R1, and then I only could say, so enjoy and have a good time.
Thank you so much for joining me, and I cannot wait to continue seeing the amazing growth of RENNSPORT as a whole.
Thanks a lot.